Top of the day to you, great and lovely people of Biafra. This is Star News TV Biafra 1 again, and permit us to stand on the already existing and well established protocol. It is customary for us to always call upon our creator Chuko Kabiama to always take charge over the activities of Biafra and Biafra liberation. And that is why we always say our hands are clean, let the will of our creator be done, that we have suffered so much and it is time for us to be free as a people. And that is why we would always come to our creator saying that we have offer no go. We are right in all sense. We have been boxed to an angle, and we beseech our creator to help us accomplish this very great task. Thank you very much, and we will be discussing about the activities in Bakassi Peninsula. We will connect with the leader of the BNL for him to explain more on what is happening in Bakassi. But before then, we would like to explain to you one or two things that is actually happening in Bakassi, because Woto is on a high side in every aspect of the Biafra liberation. We are giving it to them on a Wotoporous level, and so we want to inform you. You already know that the men of the Biafra Navy have taken over the Atapong High Sea, and you also know that we reported to you that the Cameroonian counterpart, the Cameroonian forces came with about 7 gunboats and are engaging the men of the Biafra Navy, and which led them to retreat to a certain level. Now we want to inform you that the joint armed groups, bombed gunboat, dislodged combined team of Cameroonian forces to retake Bakassi south, which is the Atabong High Sea. This is to inform you that the men of the Biafra Defense Forces, the Biafra Navy, have taken control again of that Atabong High Sea. It is a full-blown battle. It is no longer a child's play. And the truth of the matter is that the armed group loyal to Biafra separatist group, the Biafra Nations League, have reportedly bombed 1 out of 7 Cameroonian military gunboats, buying about 6 government forces in Bakassi Peninsula. Local report says that a combined team of the Cameroonian forces few days ago stormed the Atabong East High Sea with 7 gunboats to dislodge separatist Dragon fighter marine who happened to be the Biafra Navy. After a shootout, it was said that the group retreated. So after a shootout, the Biafra Navy retreated. Then unknowingly, another armed group suspected to be the Black Marine, also the Biafra Navy, another wing of the Biafra Navy, stormed the sea around 1 a.m. this morning to team up with the Dragon group. They fired 2 explosives hitting the BIR gunboats. As at the time of this post, the 2 armed groups are still holding the south of Bakassi. So at this point, they are still in charge of the Atabong High Sea, the south of the Bakassi Peninsula. This is what we want to let you know about what is happening, for you to understand that there is a battle ongoing, and the men of the Biafra Navy are not resting. They are doing wonders, just as the men of the Biafra Liberation Army are doing wonders down east. So is the Biafra Navy doing wonders. You are going to hear from the PNL leader. He is going to explain further on what is happening. But before then, there is another news I want to bring to our notice. And that news is that the Zoo military also sent some, what do they call it? Spy cameras, drone cameras. They sent some spy cameras, and then the Biafra Navy had to, bring one of them down. People, eyewitness who saw when they were leaving, said that About 4 spy cameras were sent by the zoo military, but then one was brought down and the other 3 had to return back to base. This is to tell you what is really happening in Bakassi. This is to show you that it is not a child's play. It is very important and pertinent that the Biafra Navy takes full control of that Bakassi area, because that was where the siege on Biafra took place. That was where the blockade of food and many important materials that is supposed to come into Biafra was, effected. The blockade was effected at that area, and it is very important that we are in charge of our territory. Those areas are our territory, and we must take full charge of them. And this is to mitigate every challenges that could come in the nearest future, just to ensure that we have access to our sea, undisturbed access to our sea. Now let us listen to the leader of the BNL, Mazi Prince Will Richards, as he explains further what happened in Bakassi. Listen.
A lot has been happening. What is happening at Bakassi is no longer militancy. How they will target is no longer militancy. It is now a full-scale war. Full-scale war, no longer militancy. It is a battle for survival, battle for control of our waters, battle for control of our territory. It is also a battle for total liberation of our people within the eastern end of the Gulf of Guinea. And we have our loyalists over there are not giving up. They are not giving up until we achieve our aim, our purpose. The Black Marine, the Dragon Fighter Marine, these are freedom fighters that are doing a wonderful job at the eastern end of the Gulf of Guinea. This freedom fighting group are currently, as we speak, in control of the south of Bakassi, that is the Atabon East High Sea area, and the international routes are falling under control of our loyalists within that axis. And of course, this will pave way for the Biafrans to monitor what comes in and goes out of the international waters. I give them kudos for this action. It shows that we are making progress in the struggle. We have been warning why I don't usually come out to talk again, because we have been warning and warning the enemy invaders to stay clear, to grant us our demands. They refuse. I will tell them BNL will not say further words again. We won't give them any warning. When we are telling them that we command loyalists, they felt it was a joke. That when we issue order, give instruction, people are there to carry it out. People it doesn't matter whether we know them or not, whether they are boys or not, whether they are members of BNL or not, but they are there to execute, and they are receiving it. A few days ago, I got a message on my WhatsApp from Cameroon News Agency that the International Crisis Group are making plans to reach out to me and us at Bakassi. I granted the permission to give them my contact, but for what purpose we don't know yet. And I have also informed my colleagues in the BNL and all relevant stakeholders, including the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa himself. I did a screenshot of that chat, and I notified everyone, though we don't know their purpose, their intention, whether they are coming to interview to know what's going on in Bakassi area or to come for peace. We don't know yet, but anything peace is totally out of it. But we are not going to accept that or make any peace. We have been the last person to begin to lobby the boys over there to make peace. The struggle continues. The struggle continues. We are at the top. Cameroon or the Joint Border Patrol will attest to the fact that they are, in fact, that Bakassi is now ungovernable for them. It's now very hard for them to administer that territory. It's not very hard for them to administer that territory. This shows the level of sacrifice that our loyalists are making within that axis. We are not sleeping. We'll continue to press on until our freedom is short. I'm not here to talk much. I'm just here to brief you guys on the level of progress. That currently we are in charge, because if those boys win, we are winning. If they win, they are winning for us. So I'm right to say that we are in charge of the south of Bakassi, the main Atlantic, the deep sea of the peninsula. We're in charge, and we are going to take over all the waterways. There won't be any route that will be left. No area will be left for the enemy invaders. No areas will be left for them. We are going to give them as they hot. As they hot. So our spirit is high. Our spirit, our blood is hot. Our spirit is high. And we are glad that we are making progress. Serious progress.